here's the thing with you. I feel like there's nothing you won't try. There's nothing you've done pretty much everything within Hollywood, like with this industry. But I feel like whenever there's something new, you're like, let me have that. Let me try that.
I believe that the fuel of life, for everybody's fuel, everybody's, this is not a Howie Mandel thing. I love when I mention myself as if I'm not here in the third person. Yes. Is curiosity.
Yes.
And I think that as infants were born with curiosity. You know, you look at an infant in a crib and they're just staring, oh, what is that? It's my hand.
Yeah.
You know, and you're fascinated by your hand. That's why you put a mobile up there. So, they can see that for every action there is a reaction, you know? And then as kids, we're looking at, nobody looks at TV anymore, but whether they're looking at the internet or magazines or style or whatever, or sports or whatever, and they go, who's the best now? Who's the biggest now? What are they wearing now? What are people listening to now? And we take that in and we try to morph ourselves into whatever that is. I think as humanity gets older, I think the comfort is what was. You know, I think you lose curiosity. Most people our age, I'm not the same age as you, but I mean, at least whatever age you are. And
I'm 51.
Wow.
So I mean.
You're amazing. You are not only do you not look 51, but you are so tall for your age.
So, the shrinking hasn't kicked in yet.
Okay, but what I'm saying is most people in their 50s and maybe even their 40s, the music that was happening at the time of having their, coming of age and getting the relationship and losing their virginity or dating or whatever, that's the music that hit the hardest because when those songs play, they bring back memories. The styles that you wore and were comfortable. I mean, if you look at your dad or you look at whatever, there's your mom is wearing the same jeans that she wore. Or the haircut that you have or the hairstyle. Old people stay in that style, or they'll go, the new music isn't anything. And the difference is, they're just not curious anymore at a certain point, because curiosity takes a lot of energy. It
does. So that's intentional on your part, or do you think it's innate and that you're?
I think it's intentional, and it's also a problem as much as it is wonderful and it's working for me. But I have had a lifetime of making my weaknesses my strengths. So I have I think it's Oprah coined it so eloquently, FOMO, the fear of missing out. And I live on the internet. And it started in my own industry of comedy. I would see, even when I didn't know what YouTube was, I would go on, my son showed me YouTube. I'm talking about 20 years ago. And I saw videos that had 100 million clicks. 100 million clicks, and I would read the comments, and they go, "This is hysterical. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. This is," and I'll be totally honest with you, I didn't get it. I didn't get why whatever I was watching was funny, And up until that point, I think I knew what funny was. Even if I didn't like it, I understood why the audience was laughing at it. I understood why. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have to be a fan of classical music to understand, to appreciate that what they're doing is amazing. It's something I can't do. I have no desire to go to the symphony, but I understand why that is talent, and that is. So by the same token, I was seeing things that looked incredibly rough, underproduced, bad. And it was getting way more. If I did what I thought was good and uploaded it, I would get a fraction, not even a fraction of what these. And then I said to my wife, to my son, it got my juices flowing. I go, well, why? Why are they getting laughs and I'm not getting laughs? And I don't even know how to I don't know how to do that. And I was so curious. And that got me interested in, it's kind of like fishing, that got me interested in how can I do that? Or what do I need to do? Or what are they responding to? What's everybody responding to? Because I want to know. I fell into comedy by accident. I didn't know I was funny. I didn't know I was entertaining.
At what age did you begin to say, okay, yes, I'm funny? or I can be funny at times.
I still don't say it, but I do say that I can make a larger group of people than just the people sitting at my dining room table laugh. The funny is subjective.
Certainly.
Everything I've ever been punished for, expelled for, hit for is what I get paid for. I was a pariah in school. I couldn't meet girls. I didn't, nobody thought I was funny. They rolled their eyes at everything I did.
Nobody?
No. My parents.
Okay.
My parents would laugh at the predicaments that I got myself into, you know, and I didn't finish school. I was asked to leave. I don't have a GED. You know, I wanted to finish school. I am curious. I was interested. I like education. I love science. I love math. They're like puzzles to me. You know, it doesn't seem like something you learn. It seems like something you do. You know, math.
So you liked those things.
Loved.
That didn't translate in school.
I can't sit for any length of time. And now I can. I'm medicated. I can't sit. I can't focus. I can't concentrate. I will do things and blurt things out without thinking of ramifications. You know, a lot of people, I think the problem with the world is we think. I think
Too much.
At all.
I mean, you need a little, right? Like the part of you thinking about the stuff on YouTube and all of those things and like, okay, this is fine. How can I make it better? I mean, that's thinking, right?
You know, it's semantics, but the truth of the matter is, you know, yes, it's thinking like I'm thinking too much.
Part.
But the creative part, if you look at what goes on YouTube or what goes now just generally and what'll go on this podcast and everything is authenticity.
Yes.
And I think that when you think about how you were going to do something or how you're going to be perceived or how it is received, then that's not authentic.
Yeah.
If you just do, like Nike says, just do it, then you're not going to be, then, you know, you're going to miss, you know, as Gretzky says, I'm not talking sports because of who you are, but, you know, you miss every, you know.
Shot you don't take.
Right.
Yeah.
And what you have to, no matter how old you are, no matter who you are, you got to keep taking shots. And that's what I've continued to do. And at this point in my career and in my life, I fail way more than I ever did in my youth, so many times in the course of a day. But I do so much more. And 99.9 of the things that I do are failures. They're failures. They just don't work. But I get something out of those failures. You know, I don't travel.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I feel like you're so